All right, welcome to this another episode of my tech journey with Aji. Today I am not in the studio. I'm out to talk to a guy who is also on the street running things, making things happen. I want him to introduce himself. Guys, Mr. Adewale Adeyemo. Good to have you here.
Thank you. So
tell me about Adewale Adeyemo and your tech journey.
My tech journey is very long, but let me tell you about myself first.
So yeah, tell us about yourself.
So my name is Wale Adeyemo. I'm a data guy. Tech is broad, so in tech, I'm a data guy. About myself, I like food.
I imagine.
I like football. I'm a Real Madrid fan.
Okay.
And I think I'm a fun to be with kind of person. See life.
Yeah. It's part of it.
So, I like tech a lot. Like, I've been in tech for a very long time. I've seen it, done it, to a very good extent. I currently build tech companies, tech products. I have a team that I work with. I like my team a lot, and I think we are solving a very important problem, in tech. What else about me? I went to FUTA. I studied computer science, masters in data science. I have some others, but I like talking more about FUTA.
So yeah, let's talk about FUTA and your journey in FUTA and how it relates, how it has gotten you to where you are now as a tech person.
So
as
my
a data guy, you say you're not tech. Yeah. Tech is broad. So as a data guy.
So I've been in tech before FUTA. So I got into computers and the internet very early, thanks to my parents. So I've always been curious about technology, about computers, and I think I had a full set of computer then, which was a thing, maybe when I was 11, 12.
Wow.
Full set, CPU, monitor, even printer, colored. I used to print out, then had a laptop not long after that, maybe 14, 13, 14, 15-ish. So I've been on the internet, I've been on computer, going to cyber cafe with floppy disks, carrying your CPU, that floppy disk.
No, I get that.
So when I say this story, just sort of give the vibe of how old are you truly? But I started very early. I got on the internet very early. I knew there was a good mine on the internet because you can connect with anybody from the days of Yahoo Messenger, AOL, LimeWire, MySpace, all of this, Hotmail. Man. People were paying me to open Hotmail for them, to open Yahoo.
My guy. You gotta do that, yeah.
So I made a lot of money from, opening email and things like that for people. So at some point I started learning how to develop websites. I was learning Dreamweaver. Later I started learning coding. I was writing PHP. Later a little bit of game development here and there. So I've just always known that this tech thing is just for me. So coming to FUTA, it was more I already had clarity as per what I wanted to do with my life. That shaped the choice, of course. So I did everything possible to make sure I did computer science. Part of what I did, which I do not advise, I was given another course in FUTA. My parents gave me money to go and do that course. I used the money to do pre-degree for computer science.
Confession time.
So they must not hear this, but they found out somehow. So I really had that direction as far what I wanted to do with my life, what course I wanted to study. Now FUTA was that place where I got into data, and I got into data, I would say accidentally. Somebody or a company wanted to collect data in Nigeria, and I met them on one platform. They asked if I could help. They were offering some good money, which I didn't even believe this thing was real. So, but I have a mentor. He's been my mentor since then. So I went to him, and I was like, this. This guy seems to want to pay a lot of money for this data that I don't even know how valuable. I mean, why are you paying all this kind of money? Why are you not even talking to other data companies and the like? So he encouraged me, asked if I could understand the instruction. I said I could. So he said I should give it a try. So we went ahead for the next 3 months. We were collecting data in different parts of Nigeria and stuff. Then we gave them the data, they ghosted on us. No email, no phone calls, they stopped picking. And I felt like, yeah, I said it now. These guys offering for this data, something is fishy.
And they didn't give you a mobilization fund?
No. Because again, they didn't trust Nigerians, right? This was over the internet. It's just a random guy that you met online, and they just won't give you money like that. So I used my money.
Wow.
So,
that can be depressing.
Yes, it was. But at the end of the day, too, I just sort of picked the positive. That was just the eye opener to this whole data thing. Then miraculously, like several months after, I got credited and boom. And that
Eureka!
And that was when I started getting interested in data. Like, this thing must be very, very important for these companies to be looking for it all over Africa. And they kept coming, and I started, upskilling, getting more interested about it. And so Futa was just that place for me, right? It was where I met my mentor. It was where I met my co-founder. It was where I made my first, serious money, my money, not money they sent to me. It was where I did, a lot of... So Futa is just that place I like to identify.
Looks like you don't want people to come and tax you. That's why you don't want to talk about that, your first money.
Money has finished now.
I can imagine. Since how many years when you left Futa? You don't do master, you don't do PhD.
Yeah, it has finished.
So how... You have told us a little bit of how the journey has been. It's been a bumpy ride, but at the end of the day, it's been something that is worth the while. Now, tell us about the product, the things you are working on currently.
So you say at the end of the day, I don't think we're at the end of the day yet. You said at the end.
But at least, we're not at the end of the day, but as the day goes by.
So as the day goes by, it's been challenging. It's a different ball game entirely when you're working in tech, right? Either you're working as a freelancer, you're doing full time with, companies, foreign companies, whatever, and you're getting paid, right? It's a different ball game when you try to transition that into a company. When you are doing this, working in tech, you tend to make a lot of money with your skill. Turning that into a company is just the opposite.
You spend a lot of
money and nothing is guaranteed. You spend a lot of money, a lot of stress, but I think it's worth it for the value you get to create, the jobs you get to create, the problems you get to solve. So as a company, again, I've mentioned data. We are all about data. So either data services, data collection, any kind of data, analytics as a service, data strategy, just everything that has to do. We're in the era of data and AI, right? So it's a good time for us as a company. Now, we try to turn some of these services into products that people can have in their hands, products that can help them, say, make better decisions, either as individuals or as organizations or businesses. So last year, we built a product called Parrot. So Parrot, as the name implies, is a customer reviews platform where customers can go to drop their reviews and read honest reviews. The end goal is that they will be able to make better buying decisions, right? Because they are not patronizing brands blindly. On the business side now, Parrot is that tool that they can use to know what their customers want, what they like, what they think. So Parrot automates collecting customer reviews, customer feedback, automate analytics. So as a business, you can, with a single click, just see where you stand. Say on voice of customers, where you stand on certain performance metric that is very important, to your brand. So I think people like it, but beyond people liking it, it's something that is very dear to me. It's something that is very dear to my team. We feel like we know from data that there is a gap. There's something that Parrot is coming to solve. Poor customer service in Nigeria is, everybody can relate to it. So, but a lot of time we think that we keep patronizing brands that aren't treating us well because we don't have any review. We don't know what others have experienced. Maybe we don't really have platforms like that where you can go to and voice your thoughts. And businesses too, honestly, some of them want to sit up Some of them want to improve on their product and services, but they don't even have data. They don't know what is working. They don't know what their customers want. They don't know what their customers, So Parrot just solves that problem, both for customers and for businesses.
The business. I have heard of Parrot, and I went to a restaurant in Akure. I don't want to mention the name of the restaurant before people will come for my head and say, why are you like this? I wanted to get something, and the attitude of the attendant was what pissed me off. They were pushing me from one point to the other point, and I'm like, I'm going to spend money, even if it is 2,000 naira I'm going to spend, and they are pushing me around. And then I went to another place, and I just went to look around. I didn't intend to buy anything, and the guy came around and said, "You're walking away, you're not getting anything." Somewhere in my mind, I registered that if I need to do anything, I want to go back to that place and get their service, because they are conscious of the fact that their customers are important to them. So I think Parrot is a good product. Has it launched? How can we get it?
Yeah, it has launched for businesses and customers. Now, speaking to those two restaurants, right? I'm very, very, very sure the management, the owner of that restaurant where you were not, attended to properly, most likely they are not even aware that an attendant, at the counter is not doing his or her job. I don't want to say she's not doing her job, right? So with Parrot, such a business can get your feedback, can get your review, and they can know what to fix. And once they fix, their sales will start going up. So Parrot is not really, we are not against, businesses or customers. We want to help these businesses grow. Our belief is that with data, with customer data, customer feedback, that's the most important data point for any business. Not your sales, not your marketing data. Your customer feedback, your customer reviews is the most important data point. So for such a restaurant, if they have access to this, your review, right, 100%, they are going to do something about it. They are going to improve. Now, for that other restaurant you went to where they were so, polite and customer friendly, you can go on Parrot and write about it that, I went to XYZ restaurant today. Even though I didn't buy anything, but the customer service was, lovely, excellent. Other customers that are looking for, say, where to buy food or where to do something, they will find your review helpful. So you are helping them make better decisions. That customer will get more sales. That customers will know what you, the customer, what you like about them, and most likely they will do more of it. Then other customers will use your own review to make better buying decisions. So back to as Parrot launch, yes, it's working. It's working. So for businesses, you can register your business on Parrot. What you do, your address, your contact details, etc. So beyond Parrot being a reviews platform for businesses, it also offers some kind of social commerce. The reason customers are searching for reviews most of the time is because they have a buying intention. So when they come on Parrot and they search for restaurants, for instance, they want to check reviews of restaurants in Akure. It's not for the fun of it. It's mostly because they intend to buy something from that restaurant. So we layered social commerce on Parrot. So businesses get to register on Parrot to collect reviews. So but at the same time, they get to showcase their products and services. So somebody searching for restaurant will see like your business profile, your opening time, your operating time, your product list, pictures and videos of your product, of what you are doing, contact details. Then they can read your review. So if you have your profile, you have great customer reviews there as well, they can use that to make buying decision and choose to buy from you. So it's live. It's used by more than, I think, 1,200 plus businesses at the moment. On the customer side, it's also live. It's available on web. It's available on mobile, Android, iOS. So you just go to the App Store and search for Parrot Customer Reviews. Parrot Customer Reviews app. So you're going to see it. It has a blue, stylish kind of icon with a tick. So Parrot is working.
Like this.
Exactly.
All right.
So Parrot is live. Parrot is working for both customers, and businesses.
All right. So you guys have had it. Parrot is live. One thing that I enjoy, I've been on the platform, and the fact that people can talk about their feeling, people can express their opinion about a particular product is one thing that should be celebrated. I should use that word. It should be celebrated. So if you are looking for a place where you can showcase your platform, is it paid for business people?
So it's free. I want you to ask me about fake reviews. How do we deal with that? It's very important.
And yeah, I'll ask you about, but let's talk about, because if I'm a business person, first I'm looking at how can I put this thing here? How much are they going to bill me? Will Parrot guys parrot my head or what?
No, not your head, your pocket.
All right.
So Parrot is free for businesses and customers.
Okay.
You can use Parrot as a business to do nearly everything, right? So there's a free plan, a free forever plan for businesses, a free forever plan for customers. So however, for businesses, we have paid plans. So inside the paid plans, you have access to a bit more advanced stuff depending on the plan. So advanced things like analytics, right? So you just don't want to collect review. You want that data to be analyzed. You want to see, say for a restaurant, you want to see how you're faring on, say, customer service, wait time, food quality, cleanliness and ambience, something like that. You care about this data, right?
These details.
Yeah, these details, because you want to use these details to make business decisions. You want to see what do I improve on. So if you want access to, say, some advanced features, so you get to pay for that. So but you can stay forever as a business on Parrot, using Parrot for free without having to pay. You get access to visibility, you list your business, etc. You can collect reviews, you can respond to reviews, right, on the free plan. So on the paid plans, you just have access to this very advanced stuff, say like automation. Maybe you want to integrate customer reviews collection into your business process. So for instance, somebody buys something from your website, upon checkout, you want Parrot to just get their reviews, or you want to put widget on your website. So people go on your website, they can simply type their reviews or something. Or you want to showcase your review. So you've been collecting reviews, stellar, fantastic reviews, right? You want to use that review to influence buying decisions. So you have customers on social media. You want to connect Parrot with your social media account such that your reviews on Parrot
Can show.
Or on your website. So for such advanced stuff, you have to move to the paid plan. So but you can stay on the free plan for as long as you want to.
Let's talk about mitigating against fake reviews. How do you do it?
So fake review is probably the biggest problem that we have on Parrot, and we are putting a lot of measures in place. The reason it's difficult to fight is because you are fighting against humans. It's not something that you can solve with technology. So first off, as a business or as a business owner, we have guidelines and regulations. So for instance, you are not allowed to review your own business. Your employees are not allowed to write reviews, or anybody affiliated to you. The major thing we are preaching on Parrot, or what makes us different, is that Parrot is that platform where reviews can only be written by customers. So it's not some brand influencer, it's not some content creators, it's just purely based on customers that patronize the brand, right? So in order to curb fake reviews, the first and fundamental thing we are doing is that you have to be verified before you can review a business. And what do I mean? So there are features on Parrot that you can start using from day one without confirming your identity. So but the moment you want to review a business, right, we have to confirm that you are who you say you are. So you have to put your NIN and something, then we'll validate. And what's the implication of that? We know people buy fake reviews. We know one person can sit in front of a computer and write 1,000 fake reviews, right, for a business, correct? So but and of course using different accounts, different identity, etc. So the moment we mandate that you have to be verified, the moment you verify, that verification is tied to an account. So if a business wants to recruit or wants to buy 1,000 fake reviews, that business needs to actually go and look for 1,000 actual persons, yes, that will come on Parrot, sign up and complete that verification, right? So that reduces the number of fake reviews that a business can buy. That's on one side. On the other side is that review in our own books is not one-sided, it's two-sided. So the same way a customer can write a review about the business, that business has the power to respond. So if you write reviews for a business and say yada yada yada, this, the business will see it on their dashboard, and the business can also respond. So it's a dialogue. So you don't just come on Parrot and defame a business. You don't come on Parrot and say, talk about an experience that never happened. So it's two-sided. If you say A, the business has the power, to also respond and set the record straight. That is one. That is two, rather. The third part is businesses can actually flag reviews. So you post a review for a business can say this thing is not true, or whatever, or this customer never patronized me, whatever. Then that business can flag that review. When that flag happens, what we do is that we quarantine that review. So we isolate it, people can see it publicly. Then we reach out to the person that wrote the review and say, hey, XYZ business that you wrote a review for, I flagged it. This is what they said. Can you provide us an evidence that you actually patronize this brand? So that evidence might be transfer receipt, charts, whatever. So if you are unable to provide that evidence after a certain number of days, we have to permanently delete that review. So we are putting these guidelines. We didn't build Parrots, for customers to use it as a weapon to attack. We truly want to help businesses. And we think the most powerful data that businesses are not paying attention to is customer reviews, is customer data. So that's the angle we are coming from. We are a business ourselves, right? So we aren't building a tool to destroy other businesses. So fake reviews too, there are other ways to some, technical approaches like using machine learning to detect patterns. You just signed up on the platform and within 3 hours you've written X number of reviews. That's an anomaly. So we're going to detect it, flag it, reach out to you to confirm that those reviews you are writing or that you've written, that they are true and they are honest. The moment you can't do that, we start by shadow banning you, and sometimes we have to take people outside the platform and ban them entirely. So but again, fake reviews is a big war, and almost from day one we are tackling it.
I'm satisfied reasonably with the answers you have given, especially mitigating against fake reviews. But the other question I'm asking myself is, okay, so will this not deter people that want to review? You think people will be encouraged because of the process involved?
Yeah, so it's a trade-off. It's a trade-off between volume of users, making it easy for people to use, and integrity. So everything we are calling review. In-house, technically, we call it data. A lot of time, no data is better than bad data or data without integrity. Reviews are not just random charts or random posts. People are using these reviews to make buying decisions. Businesses are using these reviews to formulate strategy, to launch marketing plans, to launch products, right? So we are that critical. We are taking this thing that seriously, right? When we launch or before we launch, we were a bit skeptical. Would people be open to verifying their identity, yada, yada, yada. So, but currently, people are verifying. And there are other features on the app too that are very beneficial to customers. So for instance, you can find businesses on Parrot, right? There's a feature called Ask Parrotians where you can ask about something, you can ask for business recommendation, from other people on the platform in your location. So for instance, I can go on Parrot and say, can I get akara suya, something like that in Akure. And people in Akure, Parrotians in Akure, will get notified, right? And they will give me an answer. So that's beneficial to the users. That's the reason for users to come on the app. So but the ultimate thing that we're planning to launch, hopefully before the end of this quarter, is gamification. The review you are giving us is powerful. It's making money. Those businesses are using it to make money. We want to start compensating people, giving people incentives. So when you use Parrot to review a business, you accumulate some points. When you do this, you accumulate some points. You can convert the Parrot coins. We can use it to give you, say, a boat ride. Or we can use it to give you, say, a food voucher that when next you go to Aristo, just give Aristo this code, you get a plate of, whatever.
At this value.
Value. Data is very important. This data is with the customers, of course. They are the ones giving the review. So we are bringing that reward system, into Parrot. We want to encourage people. We want to, motivate people, to give review, to speak up, to recommend businesses, and stuff. And anytime you do any of these actions, you accumulate points. Then you can convert your points, say for, for tickets, for food, as much as possible. So there's something in it ultimately for customers as well.
All right, you guys have had a lot. I can continue talking with Wale Adeyemo on Parrot. I don't want to say it's a parrot already, but
You can say that. It's not Parrot.
I'm also a Parrotian because I believe in the product. I want to encourage you, get out there, download it. Let's see what's happening. Let's support one another's business. Any final word?
Final word, use Parrot, go on App Store, go on Google Play Store, Apple Store, look for Parrot Customer Review app. Blue icon, this icon, download it, sign up, verify your account, use Parrot, tell your friends about it, tell businesses that let them come on Parrot. And together, let's collectively make better buying decisions as customers.
All right, that's all I can have for today. It's been a long conversation with Adewale Adeyemo. It's good to be with you again because you are not in the studio. I'm in your office. It's good to be with you again. I want to say big thanks to all the beautiful ladies that are behind the camera trying to make sure everything works. I also want to say a big shout out to all the Parrot team. Thank you guys for doing a human job. Till I come your way again, my name remains Ayokunle Ajishafe. Don't forget to follow Parrot on all their social media platforms. And also
underscore Parrot. Use underscore.
Parrot. Yeah, I'll put it on the screen. You guys can always follow them and also put it in the description below. Till I come your way next week, God bless you. Have a wonderful weekend.